Did you know Tesla isn't the world's top EV seller anymore? That title now belongs to a Chinese company called BYD. And if you haven't heard of them, you're not alone. But this is no fluke. BYD has been quietly reshaping the electric vehicle market for years. Today, we're diving into the story of how BYD rose to dominate the EV space and what it means for the future of electric cars. BYD's rise is nothing short of extraordinary. They've gone from making batteries for electronics to overtaking Tesla in global EV sales. But this isn't just a story about numbers, it's about strategy. BYD is rewriting the rules of the EV market with a focus on affordability, self-sufficiency, and long-term vision. Whether you're an EV enthusiast, a car buyer, or someone curious about the forces shaping the future of transportation, this episode has something for you. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how BYD climbed to the top of the EV market, why their approach is different from Tesla's, and the challenge they face as they go global. I'm Chris. I've been covering the EV industry for a number of years, tracking the trends and companies transforming the way we travel. If you want clear, no-nonsense insight into one of the biggest shifts in the automotive world, stay with me. Here's what we'll cover today. 1. BYD's rise from battery maker to EV leader. 2. The 3 strategies that helped BYD dominate: government support, affordable pricing, and vertical integration. And 3. The challenges they face as they expand internationally. BYD, short for Build Your Dreams, began in 1995, not as a car company, but as a battery manufacturer. They made rechargeable batteries for electronics like cell phones and laptops. In 2003, they entered the automotive market by acquiring a struggling car maker. At the time, most automakers relied on outside suppliers for components, but BYD decided to go all in on self-sufficiency. Their big break came with electric buses and taxis. Citizens in China needed cleaner transportation, and BYD delivered affordable, reliable solutions. This experience laid the groundwork for their expansion into passenger EVs. Fast forward to 2022, and BYD sold 1.8 million EVs, surpassing Tesla's 1.3 million. How did they pull it off? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the role of government support. Since 2010, China has invested heavily in electric vehicles. BYD has been one of the biggest beneficiaries, receiving an estimated $13 billion in subsidies over the years. But it's not just free money. The Chinese government set strict quotas for automakers, requiring them to produce a certain percentage of EVs. Those who didn't comply faced penalties. BYD aligned itself perfectly with these goals. Unlike Tesla, which also benefited from Chinese subsidies, BYD built its entire business model around these incentives. That gave them a significant edge. Next is affordability. Tesla made headlines with luxury EVs like the Model S, but BYD took a different approach. Their cars, like the Dolphin and the Queen, started at just $10,000. And this strategy made EVs accessible to middle-class buyers and fleet operators in China. And let's not forget their electric buses and taxis, which were already lowering costs for cities and businesses. By focusing on affordability, BYD captured a huge slice of the market that Tesla wasn't reaching. It's a bottom-up strategy that has worked remarkably well. Finally, there's vertical integration. While traditional automakers source parts from suppliers, makes 75% of the components for its vehicles in-house. And here's the kicker. BYD produces its own batteries, including lithium iron phosphate batteries, LFP. These are cheaper, safer, and more durable than traditional lithium-ion batteries. During the pandemic, when supply chains were in chaos, self-sufficiency helped them avoid major disruptions. BYD's success also caught the attention of one of the world's most famous investors, Warren Buffett. Back in 2008, Berkshire Hathaway invested $232 million in BYD, buying a 10% stake in the company. That investment has paid off big time. Buffett's support gave BYD credibility, both in China and internationally. Even Bill Gates joined BYD's promotional events, further boosting the company's reputation. Now, BYD is expanding globally. In 2021, they launched passenger cars in Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. And while they're still relatively new in these markets, they're already gaining traction. But global expansion isn't easy. One major hurdle is regulatory scrutiny. The European Union is investigating Chinese subsidies, which could lead to tariffs. Tariffs have already been introduced and have been slapped on manufacturers from China, especially BYD. To address this issue, BYD is increasing local production. Building cars in Europe, Southeast Asia, and South America helps them avoid trade tensions and keep prices competitive. Another challenge is brand recognition. While BYD is a household name in China, it's still relatively unknown in Western markets. Competing with established brands like Tesla, Volkswagen, and Toyota will take time and smart marketing. So what's next for BYD? They've already proven they can dominate the EV market in China. Now, the real test is whether they can replicate that success globally. Affordability, vertical integration, and government alignment has been a winning formula so far. But as they step into the international stage, they'll need to navigate new challenges and build a brand that resonates worldwide. Thanks for joining me in today's episode. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who would find it interesting. And here's a question for you. Do you think BYD has what it takes to become the world's largest automaker? Let me know your thoughts. Until next time, keep an eye on the road ahead. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Party Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out.